What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for thelines.com, playpicks.com. We're going to talk some Thursday night football between the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Texans, and I have some bets on this one. A lot of money tied into this game here in week 3 of the NFL. Guys, as we get started, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Go ahead and tell us how you want to play this game in the comment section. Of course, subscribe to the channel. Everything we do is absolutely free. Lines, play picks here on the channel, podcast, everything absolutely free. You want to be a part of all of that stuff. And plus, we're going to do awesome giveaways whenever we get to 10,000 subscribers. We've got all that coming. So be a part of all that. We're going to give away a ton of money, run some free rolls, different things like that. So you'll want to be a part of all that. Take a look here. Thursday night football, kind of let's call it maybe a stinker potential, because of what's going on with Houston. You see right here, this is our breakdown. You can take a look. It'll give you the best odds. And right now, best line if you want the Panthers, 7.5 over at FanDuel. Sugar House is giving you 8.5 if you want the Texans. Totals 43 across the board. We take a look at the injuries in this thing. Of course, the big news really in all of this is for Houston, where Danny Amendola is going to be out. Tyrod Taylor is going to be out. Nico Collins is going to be out. So we're looking at Davis Mills starting at quarterback for your Houston Texans here. And so basically what we're getting in this game, guys, is a third-round rookie. Here's some stats if you want to look at what's been going on. This was last year. So, of course, anything you see here from the Texans, I mean, it's not really applicable here. So, you know what? If it's not applicable, let's just go over here to the other preview, Thursday Night Football betting preview. You can go ahead and read along right there. Third-round rookie, who they were going to have to play at some point this year anyway, probably way later in the season, because, again, you can't draft a third-round rookie when you're likely going to get one of the very top picks in the NFL draft and not see what you have in this guy. So they were going to have to play him at some point. They were not planning on playing him here in week 3, that's for sure. On a short week, I might add, against a Panthers team that has actually shown up really, really large here in the first 2 weeks of the season. Now, listen, very small sample size. I understand this. But through the first 2 weeks of the season, the Carolina Panthers are the number 1 overall team DVOA according to Football Outsiders. If we look at our friends we very, very much respect over at Pro Football Focus, again, they look at advanced metrics here. They look at the plays. They grade things out. Carolina Panthers are your number 5 overall team in the NFL according to Pro Football Focus, only behind the Rams, Bucks, Broncos, and Browns. Carolina Panthers. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that this defense has shown up and played very, very well. Now, listen, I know what you're going to say. Look at their opponents. They played some really bad teams. This is true. They got the Jets, and then they got a bad Jameis Winston Saints team. You got the bad version of Jameis anyway. Maybe the Saints aren't bad in general. You got bad Jameis. You got a bad Saints team there. That being said, they're the number 1 overall defense DVOA. If you look at what's going on over at Pro Football Focus, they're the number 2 defense according to Pro Football Focus. They're doing everything well. They're getting graded out well. So it's a little bit of a surprise, and maybe it's not as big a surprise whenever you look at all the draft capital and everything they've invested in free agency and all that to try to make this defense better. And so I don't think this is all just smoke and mirrors with this Panthers team. And so with that, what we're getting is a big-time mismatch in the Panthers and a third-round rookie quarterback making his first start in the NFL on a short week. And that's what we're getting in Davis Mills. A guy that graded out by Pro Football Focus in the preseason. Now, I understand it's preseason and all of that. He's playing with backups and this, that, and the other. He graded out sub 50. It is out of 100, if you were wondering. And he graded out sub 50. So it's just, he hasn't shown anything in preseason at all. And what in the world would make us think that he's going to be any better here on Thursday night? I'll scroll down a little bit more if you want to read a little bit more about this matchup here. But the other thing is Sam Darnold's actually played well. Who'd have thunk it, right? Getting out of the Jets with one of the worst systems around under Adam Gase, one of the worst coaches ever, and getting him some actual talent. And what? He looks like an actual NFL quarterback. He's got DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. They drafted Terrace Marshall. They got back a healthy Christian McCaffrey. And what do you know? This team's actually having a ton of success. So with that, what we're getting here also, and this is a mismatch column that we have over at the lines written by Mo. You go down here, and of course, one of the first ones he writes about here is just the Carolina defense versus Davis Mills. And you can see when you look, I mean, this is one of the very biggest mismatches on the week. This defense versus a third-round rookie making his first start in the NFL. So with that, what we're getting here, when we go back to this line, a 7.5. One of the greatest teaser leg opportunities we're probably going to see this season. I have the Carolina Panthers in a lot of teasers this week. You are taking this 7.5 down to 1.5, where they basically only have to win against the Houston Texans, who are without Tyrod Taylor, who are without Danny Amendola, who are out a whole bunch of other players as well. Third-round rookie making his first start in the NFL. Getting this down to 1.5. Listen, you have a ridiculous amount of different opportunities to pair this up as well this week when it comes to teasers. And that's the thing that makes this such an appealing teaser leg. And getting this in your account, being able to use this as an anchor with, I don't know, maybe the Browns, who are sitting at 7 or 7.5 against the Bears. The Browns at home against the Bears with Justin Fields making his first start in the NFL. Or the Cardinals as 7-point favorites against the Jacksonville Jaguars. You can take the Browns down to 1.5. You can take the Cardinals down to 1.5. The Bills are 7.5 against Washington. You can take them down to 1.5. If you want to take a team up, the Vikings are home against the Seahawks. The Vikings are 1.5, 2-point home underdogs. You could take them up to 7.5 or 8. There are so many different options that you can use in the teaser legs this week as to how you want to go about anchor. But my anchor is the Panthers this week. I love this bet more than any. This is one of the best teaser opportunities I think that we can have in a long time. A team that has been playing super well, heading in against a outmatched opponent with the quarterbacking situation that you're getting right here. It is just a really, really awesome spot. I know a lot of people like to play same game teasers as well. If you wanted to tease down the Panthers down to 1.5, I would tease up on the total and go under. I don't think Houston's going to be able to score very much. And I don't think they're going to be able to do their part. And so if you wanted to go that route, I would take the Panthers down, take the total up, and take the under if you want to do the same game teaser thing. But open up, again, huge mismatch here between this defense and Davis Mills. Also, not smoke and mirrors of this defense, and also the offense playing pretty well as well. Sam Darnold's grading out at 13th best quarterback in the NFL through the first 2 weeks. So go ahead, get the Panthers in your account, pair them up, either the Browns, either the Cardinals. If you want to take the Chiefs down to basically a pick 'em, if you want to take the Bills down to a point and a half, if you want to take the Vikings up to 7.5 or 8. Like, there's lots of different opportunities this week, and I think that you got to make this Panthers your anchor in all of this. This is a great, great opportunity. And trust me, if things don't go well in this game, it's going to be a bad week for me, that's for sure, because I have an incredible amount tied into this game with the Carolina Panthers. So let's go that route with this one, guys. Again, just really, really love this. Think this is going to be one of the best bets that we're going to get in our account this year. Head on over to the lines. Of course, everything we do over there is absolutely free, including all of the game previews. So just click on game previews. Every single one of those are sitting there. And of course, if you need an account at any of the sports books out there, you need multiple outs, right? You want to get the best lines every single time. So be sure, click on your state, whatever it might be. Let's say you live in Colorado, and then of course it's going to show up right here. The very best offers. Look at all these free bets, all these risk-free bets, all these things like that. You have to take advantage of these risk-free bets. It's the best offers you're going to find. Come get them over here as well. Good luck on all of your bets.